Hello everyone. I hope everything is great. So today we will learn some more pseudo classes in CSS. So let's start without wasting time. So today we will learn following pseudo classes. Those are basically worked if there is a relation between parent and child elements like the first child or last child. How we can select the first child of parent element or how we can select the last child of a parent element. So by default, when we add any element in body tag, then that element is child of the body element. Let me add few paragraph elements and give the value for save this file, go to browser, refresh. So as you can see, we have four paragraphs 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if I want to select the first child of this body element, or we can say the last child of this body element, then how we can do that? So for this, we use the first child pseudo class. As we discussed in earlier video, the pseudo class syntax is first we need to give the selector, then colon, and the pseudo class name. First child. What we did, I add the background color here and let me give the color aqua. Save this file, go to browser, refresh. You can see the first child of this body element is selected with the background color aqua. What I did now, I copy this complete thing and add one div here and add all these this type. Add proper indentation. Okay, and add the let's this is string. Save this file, go to browser, refresh, and you can see the first child of this div element is also selected with background aqua, and the first child of this body element is also selected with the background color aqua, right? So this way we can select the first child of the element. Now there is another pseudo class which is first of type. I comment these things, or we can say remove. So what is these symbols are? So if you want to remove any CSS but does not want to remove the code exactly, you can comment those code so the compiler does not run these CSS. These are in the file but not executed. Now what I did, I add the same background color and give maybe the red color. save this thing, go to browser, refresh. You can see now the first child of both the parent element, maybe it's a body element or maybe it's a container element, are having the red background color. So this same effect will we get from the first child and as well as the first of type. So what is the difference between these two elements? Let's discuss that. So what I did, I add the one heading element here. Pseudo class. Okay, go to browser and refresh. You can see the first paragraph element is having the background red color as well as the div first paragraph color is also having the red background color. Now if I comment this CSS and uncomment this one, so compiler now run the first child. So let's see what happens. You can see the container first child is having the background color, but the body element's first child does not have the background color. So these first child and first of type have this only the difference. So if we can say what is the difference between these two, when we use the first child, first thing it checks, first it checks the selector, then it checks the child of parent. I add the BR element here, whereas first of type, it checks the child paragraph or maybe child selector of parent. So when we use first of type, it checks that the first paragraph of the parent element is selected. Because of that, it select body's P element. It starts the calculation from here because we write the paragraph and then the first of type. So what is this meaning? This means the paragraph with the first of type. Same way this also have the same condition. So both these are selected in the first of type. But first child, what it says it should be the paragraph element as well as it is the first child of the body element. But the body element have the other child element which is the first one. So this is the first child and this is the first of type. Okay. So this is the basic difference between these two, child and of type. So this will also helpful in letter selections. Let's discuss those as well. So now what I want to select the last child of the parallel element. So same as we have the first child, we have the last child. Paragraph last child. Give the background. I give the specific color and maybe I use the blue color. Save this, go to here and refresh. You can see for this container last child will be this, and for the body element last child will be this element. I need to add color as well for the text color and give it to white so that my text is visible over this background. Now the as we have the first of type, we also have the last of type, and this is also having the same behavior as we see in the last child, first child and the first of type. What I did, I comment out this thing and now save, go to browser, refresh. So now there is no difference, but if I add other last element, maybe it's a h3, or we can say simple span tag last child of body. Save, go to browser, refresh. You can see last type will select this thing and as well as this thing. So we can say this rule is applicable for each child and of type properties. But if I use the last child, then according to this rule, body elements paragraph element is not selected, only the container paragraph element have the background and the text color properties. You can see the difference between of type and the child type. Same way, we have the nth child property by which we can select the elements from start or from the end of the parent element. Let me select first paragraph nth child, and I want to give here some number here. Let me select the second element. Okay, background color, and I give the background color dark cyan. Save this thing, go to here, refresh, and you can see nth child will select the body's second element. First element is the heading tag and paragraph element. Because we are using the child, so what it does first it checks the paragraph and it should be the second child of the parent. So now it is the paragraph element and also it is the second child of the body element. So this paragraph is selected, and in the container this is the container 1 and container 2, so this is also the second child as well as the paragraph element, so it have the background color this. Same way we have the nth of type as well. So what it does, it start from this paragraph, so it does not start the child, first it checks the p element that is the nth of type. So it select first paragraph, and this is the second paragraph, so it selects the second paragraph of the container body element. You can see it start from here, first paragraph, second paragraph. So what is the meaning of this? It select paragraph of type second element. So because of this it selects the 2. So as it start from the starting, we also have for the last child like p nth last child. Okay, and here also we need to give the number. Let me select, so this will select the second last paragraph element. So if I give the background and I select the darker shade color, so what is this, what this css will do? It goes to the let's discuss with the body element. It goes to the body and then second child. So first child will be the span element and second child will be the paragraph element. Also it should be the paragraph element. So for this thing it gives the color darker shade. So you can see this paragraph have the darker shade color. Same way we have the of nth last of type, that is working same as the as we discuss other of type properties. Other than this, we on have the only child p only only child and only of type. So what I did, p only child. So this will have this. Let me change the text color dark shade. For now this does not have any effect. So for this, what this css does, let me add one another div and add the one paragraph. Go to here, refresh, and this one paragraph, because this we also add the first thing. So first I add other css or remove all the css simply, or what I did, I comment only, so that at the end of this video we have one review session. See, this div have the only single p child, and because of this this color is darker child. If I add some other child element, it can be anything. Maybe we are simply add the br element. Remove this extra closing tag. Now it does not have that color. Why? Because this div have the two child, so this only child is not applicable for this. Now what I did, I remove this thing and change only child to only of type. Save this thing. Also save this HTML file and refresh, and this is having the same color. If I now give the br tag, now only it have the same color. Why? Because of type only check the p element, so this div only have the one paragraph element. If I add another paragraph here, then of type is also not working for this, because now this div have two paragraph elements. So of type is also not working. So these are some pseudo classes we discussed today. First child, first of type, difference between the child and of type, as well as the last child, last of type, nth of type. For selecting the special number of child, we use the nth of type or nth child, nth last child, nth of last child, only child, and only of type. So these are all the pseudo classes that can select element on the basis of parent and child relationship. How many child element we want to select, what number of child element we want to select, if an element have only single element, child element, or a single type of child, right? So for this video, that's all. If you like this video, then please like this video, share this video, and subscribe our channel. For now, that's it. Bye bye, guys.